motivated by the Farmers Club Charitable Trust, who provided financial assistance, deadlines and discipline. I travelled along with my wife April, and together we were able to fulfil our vision to meet firsthand a leader on the journey to net zero for a dairy farm. The Straus Family Dairy are a business with long-term high environmental aspirations. Firstly, thank you to Mr. Albert Straus for being very generous with your time and experience, especially when your operation and those of your suppliers are going through difficult times of change, caused in no small part by a severe drought conditions made worse by the very climate change we are all working to counter. On our visit, we were shown investments in on-farm anaerobic digestion to produce renewable energy to power not only the milking parlour and feeding equipment, but also the feeder truck and loading shovel, all developed in order to move away from fossil fuels. Also interesting to us was the work to trial a feed additive derived from seaweed to reduce the enteric methane emissions from cows. We learnt a lot about this project, the challenges and future scalability. In our experience with our own Braid's Farm barista milk, the opportunity to change the market's perception to dairy products in this area cannot be overstated. The farm and many of the Straus Family Dairy suppliers are also involved in composting waste in order to improve its value and water holding capacity when it is returned to the soil. The farm's carbon farming practices are designed to build healthy soil and to sequester atmospheric carbon, something that gets very little, if any, mention in the myriad of carbon counting tools available today. We were invited to meet a Straus Family Dairy organic milk supplier, Mr. and Mrs. Hughes. Over many years, they have used grant aid from state funds to build projects. For example, a butyl-lined lake to collect all the roof water for reuse within the unit, thus preventing the need to remove water from the local stream. Also on this unit, composted waste was being brought in from the local municipal area and spread at no cost to the farmer. This conversation was so valuable to get us thinking about the journey our industry and its suppliers need to take to meet the expectations of our present and future customers. 85% of the dairy farms in Northern California are organic, situated close by to the biggest organic market in the USA. We found it interesting that the high-tech Silicon Valley industries that need to offset all the carbon they use to claim any environmental credibility employ people who choose to spend more of their considerable disposable income on products that help the environment. The lesson we learned is one of partnerships. We need to partner up and down the value chain with customers and suppliers who share our vision and are willing to buy in. Manufacturers who will also operate AD, as many of us farmers do not have the required skill set, along with equipment suppliers for carbon neutral kit that is cost competitive, as we can't all create our own. Also to partner with the wider market to buy any carbon credits we can create and verify to help offset the costs involved. Many thanks for your interest in the story.